Restorative rest. This is the key to managing your physical safety and your emotional well-being. Sleep is medicine. Sleep is clarity. Sleep is the foundation of independence. Go tonight. Before you settle in, find a low-wattage amber or orange bulb. Place it in your bathroom nightlight or perhaps the lamp closest to your bedroom door. It must be low wattage, just enough to paint the path. This is a small $5 action, but it is a massive defense against the biggest threat to your dignity. The fall that doesn't happen is the best kind of medicine. The peace you feel, knowing that your path is softly lit and secured, is priceless. It removes that small, persistent worry that sits in the back of your mind every time you wake up after midnight. We must be wise stewards of our health and our home. We owe ourselves this dignity. Every corner of your house must support you, not threaten you. This simple light bulb change is the first step in creating a truly peaceful, safe haven where you can age powerfully without fear. But safety doesn't just hide in the dark. It also hides in our everyday habits, the routines we perform without thinking, often related to the most common gathering spot in the home, the kitchen. We've secured the path to the bathroom. Now, we must turn our attention to another simple mistake, a costly habit we all learned decades ago that is quietly draining our energy, stressing our finances, and causing slow, steady chaos in our homes. We must address the one common kitchen habit that is making us tired, poorer, and less prepared for unexpected needs. That's what we tackle next. Stay with me. The core reason we swapped that harsh, cool white bulb for the softer amber glow isn't just about seeing the door handle, it's about protecting your brain while you walk. Think about it. Your body spends hours carefully building up the sleep hormone, melatonin. Melatonin is your shield, helping you stay deeply asleep and promoting repair. The moment you flip a standard bright LED light switch, especially between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., your brain registers it as morning. It instantly stops melatonin production. You see, bright blue spectrum light doesn't just let you see better, it actively screams, "Wake up!" to your internal clock. Even 30 seconds of that harsh light can disrupt your sleep cycle for the rest of the night. You might get back to bed, but the quality of that remaining sleep, the restorative, deep sleep, is gone. And what happens when you're walking around tired, groggy, and disoriented? That's when falls happen. That's when small missteps become big emergencies. Securing the pathway is vital, but we must also secure the starting point, the bedroom. We often focus on the big hallway rug, but the real hazard is the mess right next to the bed. Look closely tonight. Are there charging cords snaking across the floor where you would swing your feet down? Is that stack of magazines or books teetering on the nightstand waiting to tumble? Are your slippers tucked away so far under the bed that you have to reach blindly? You must treat the 18 inches surrounding your bed like a clear, sterile safety zone. No exceptions. If you cannot run an extension cord safely behind furniture, eliminate it. If you need a charging station, put it on a high shelf or a stable dresser far from the floor. And while we're talking about safety near the bed, let's talk about that moment you decide to stand up. The fall that lands you in the emergency room is rarely caused by the light bulb color, but by the physical haste that accompanies urgency. When you've been lying down for hours, your blood pressure is lowered. If you suddenly sit up and then immediately stand, your blood pressure drops sharply. Doctors call this orthostatic hypotension. For seniors, that drop can cause immediate dizziness, disorientation, and a wave of nausea. You think you're walking, but your brain is already momentarily blacking out. This is why I urge you to adopt the sit and wait rule. When you wake, sit up slowly. Give yourself 10 full seconds on the edge of the bed. Count them out loud if you must. Flex your feet. Take 3 deep breaths. Only when the room is completely stable and still do you stand. This small habit, less than 15 seconds long, is one of the most powerful tools you have to maintain your long-term independence. It costs you nothing, but it prevents costly and life-altering injuries. The wisdom of aging isn't about being strong enough to rush, it's about being smart enough to pause. Now, let's move this idea of smart preventative investment into another critical area of your home life: your financial security. We just spent a few dollars on safer colored light bulbs. That is money spent wisely on preventative health, saving you potentially thousands in emergency room fees, ambulance rides, and physical therapy later on. But there are other costs that are silently draining your resources and threatening the peaceful independence you cherish. These drains often hide in plain sight, disguised as necessary expenses. They steal your energy and your future security just as surely as a dark staircase steals your stability. In our next segment, we're going to step out of the bedroom and into the budget. We need to identify one common recurring financial habit that is costing you a small fortune every year, eroding your savings faster than you realize. It's a mistake nearly every family makes, and fixing it is surprisingly easy. We've secured the path from the bed to the door. We have set the nighttime path for success and safety. But we often forget about the second most dangerous floor in the house, the kitchen. It's not usually the 10 a.m. cooking that causes trouble. It's the 3 a.m. dash for water or the first rush for coffee before your eyes are fully open. In the kitchen, the safety wisdom shifts from lighting to surfaces. We love those small scatter rugs near the sink or the refrigerator. They look homey. They feel soft on tired feet. But if they are not absolutely chemically secured to the floor, they are silent assassins. They are waiting for the slightly dragged foot, the hurried step, or the half-asleep turn. If you have a decorative rug that slides or bunches, you must retire it immediately. That 5 seconds of cozy comfort is not worth 6 months of painful physical recovery. If you cannot glue it down or use the heavy-duty double-sided tape that holds it completely flat, it is a liability. Safety means seeing your home not as a cozy nest of items, but as a clear runway for your feet. Speaking of clear runways, let's quickly return to the bathroom, because this room demands triple duty on safety and on dignity. We have addressed the light color. Now, let's address physical support. When you sit down and stand up from the commode, where do your hands automatically go? If you are reaching for the towel rack, you are playing Russian roulette with your independence. Towel racks are not structural. They are designed for a wet towel, not for holding up 150 pounds of person suddenly losing balance. A proper, certified grab bar installed securely into the wall studs is not an item of shame. It is an item of independence. Don't wait until the doctor orders one after a fall. Install it now. Protect your future self. This is about protecting your dignity. The worst moment is not always the fall itself, but the realization that you cannot get back up alone, that you have to call for help when you truly value your privacy. This wisdom is crucial, and it links directly to our financial health. Let's shift this home wisdom into the money column. When we talk about spending wisely, we often focus on maximizing interest rates or saving on the electric bill. But the wisest money you will spend this year is on prevention and safety at home. Think of it this way. What is the cost of a trip and a fall? A hip fracture, even a minor one, can cost an average of $30,000 to $40,000 when you factor in hospital stays, surgery, physical therapy, and temporary home care. That is years of careful saving wiped out in one chaotic second. Compare that to spending $50 for a certified load-bearing grab bar, or $100 for proper non-slip surfacing in the tub, or even $10 for the right color light bulb. Spending $200 now on securing your home is keeping $30,000 securely locked in your savings account later. That is real financial wisdom. That is smart money management. The same wisdom applies to clutter. Look at your home today not as a storage facility, but as a path. Is that path clear? That stack of magazines you meant to read, if it is on the floor, it's a trip hazard. That box of unused items, if it's sitting near the end table, it's an obstacle waiting for a dark moment. Clutter turns into chaos, and chaos turns into injury. A clear, uncluttered home is a safer home. It's also a calmer home. We need mental peace just as much as we need physical stability. Simplifying your environment simplifies your mind. We've covered the most important environmental fixes, the light, the floor, and the structural supports. We have secured the ground floor of your home independence. But true stability relies on more than just the environment. It relies on the subtle choices we make about our bodies and our routines every single day. Before we finish this entire plan for securing your life after 60, there is one crucial morning habit, a simple ritual we all do that many of us are accidentally doing backward, putting our entire balance system at risk before we even take the first step out of the bedroom. That specific, essential morning change is what we must discuss next. The safety zone isn't just inside the bathroom, of course. The real risk starts the second your feet swing out of bed. We have fixed the destination light. Now, we must protect the journey and the point of origin. Many people make the mistake of relying on the standard bedside lamp when they wake up disoriented at 3 a.m. They reach over, flip the switch,